I'm ready to run through a wall.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe some attack.
This team is destined. The Eagles walk out of the link tonight with a win. That's all you can ask for. And it felt like a postseason game this entire game. The defense, I mean, it's getting to a point now where I don't know what we would be without this defense, right? Like, I don't know where this team would be. I don't know how many wins this team would have without this defense. Once again, your defense, Vic Fangio, your defensive line, wins you a football game. They had Jared Goff in his own head. They had Jared Goff so rattled. It was so bad. Both of these offenses were putrid. All week I'm hearing about how, the Lions have such a great offense. They're so explosive. They can do this. They can do that. They're going to torch us up. That's all I'm hearing all week. And tonight they didn't show me anything. Honestly, I was just so embarrassed, just flat out embarrassed of how this offense looked. Back-to-back weeks where this offense gives you squat, gives you oogats. Kevin Patullo should be fired. Kevin Patullo has been an absolute disaster. What an absolute disastrous hire by the Eagles. The promotion, I mean, I don't know what they saw in this guy. And I was also one of the people that were hyping up Kevin Patullo after last week and the Minnesota game and the Giants game. I was hyping him up. I was like, here we go. This is the offense that we're supposed to have. That's how I felt. But I'll tell you what, there's not a bone in my body that trusts this offense. There's not a bone in my body that trusts Patullo. And don't get it twisted. I will be expressing my feelings about how piss poor your guys' boy Jalen Hurts played tonight. He was just pitiful. So we'll get into all of that. 215-839-8246. That's the number to get in. I want to hear your thoughts. Once again, 215-839-8246. That's the number to get in on tonight's conversation following this win. Just another weird one, another stupid. It just felt weird. Another annoying, weird game. That's what it felt like. Just boring, putrid, embarrassing. You want to rip your eyes out watching this team play anymore. I don't know. We'll start here. We'll start with the offense. Right? Let's start with the offense. Tonight's offense was putrid. Last week, they were horrible against the Packers, just piss poor. And I thought, you know what, maybe this week they'll come in, things will be differently. They'll play differently. They'll play with a different swagger. They'll mix things up. I understood when the Packers game ended and you gave that one with a win, you walked out of Lambeau with a win, and you're coming back home. The way that I felt about this situation was, you're playing at home, and this is like a preview to the NFC Championship game. You could honestly face the Detroit Lions and the NFC Championship game. So in my mind, I'm looking at this ball game as an NFC Championship preview, where the Eagles have to play their best football. The Lions are going to come in and play their best football, or at least try to, because when you're playing the defending champs, that's how you have to play. You have to play your best football. And I'm watching it, man. And I've never seen anything like it. They can't run. They can't pass. They can't block. I mean, I've never seen so many drop passes in my life. Not just from the Eagles, but from the Detroit Lions. Just so pitiful. Just so awful. I mean, I can't find the words for tonight's game because in my mind, I'm embarrassed. I am flat out just embarrassed. Primetime football game, defending champs, NFC Championship game preview. You're playing against a team you're going to see in the postseason. and you come out and you just play so pathetic. It was a pathetic brand of football tonight. Just a flat-out pathetic brand of football. Petula, I mean, these plays, the route concepts were horrible. They're taking deep shots with their third string tight end. They're throwing it into double coverage. They're trying to spoon feed the ball to A.J. Brown. They're trying to do all these things that just did not work. One iota. Didn't work. It was just so bad, man. Like I said, you're throwing the ball on downfield to your third string tight end. You're throwing the ball downfield in double coverage and triple coverage. Then, Jalen Hurts gets all panicky in the pocket. The Lions are rushing three guys. And Jalen Hurts is getting all panicky in the pocket, rushing out. It was just so bad, man. I don't know where Jalen Hurts' head is. I've given him the benefit of the doubt a bunch of times this year, but I don't know what's going on, man. This offense, and again, I know the defense has played great, and this defense is just a masterclass of a defense. But it gets to a point where your defense is bound to have a bad game. It happens. It's football. It's life. They're bound to have a bad game, and there's not a bone in my body that trusts the offense to actually say, hey, the defense isn't playing their best football. Let's step up and let's play our brand of football. I don't have trust that the Eagles offense is capable of doing that. 215-839-8246. Let's get today's show started with Alex in Nebraska. Alex, what's going on, pal? Alex.
Yo, what up, Rod?
What's up, pal?
What up? Nothing much. Just if the offense sucks, they gotta be way better. We can't expect our defense to hold a team like Detroit to 9 points every time, or Green Bay to 7 points. Offense is just terrible. I'm scared come playoff time. Defense has one bad game, not bad game, but allows over 24 points, and our offense can't get a first down.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly where I'm at too, man. I feel I just don't feel good about this. And we can hype up this defense as much as we want because, trust me, they were outstanding and it was great to watch. They were great. But, it gets to a point where it's like a defense and a certain group on the team is bound to have a bad night. It's going to happen. It's whatever the case is. It's bound to happen. But again, I said this for, I brought you on. It's just like I have no faith in the offense. If the defense is having a bad night, I just don't have faith. This offense is going to pick up the slack. They've shown me flashes of good football. They have not shown me consistent football. I thought after the Minnesota game, after the Giants game, they were going to step it up into high gear and play consistent football. And it has just been a downward spiral since. Putting up 10 points last week against the Packers, and then putting up what 16 tonight. 16. And again, hold on. And again, they had every opportunity to put the Detroit Lions away. I know the Lions played a very good game defensively tonight. Don't get it twisted. But again, the Eagles had every opportunity. You had an opportunity early in the game in the first quarter to go up 14-zip. 14-zip. You didn't do it. They just played so bad.
Yeah, no, Jalen has to be much better. He missed way too many open guys downfield, whether he just overthrew them like he did to Saquon, or just completely misses at them, like doesn't even see them in his read. Because Jalen, the one play, Detroit rushes 3 guys. And Jalen scrambling. He's got all day to throw. Why is he panicking in a clean pocket? He could have been in that pocket for another 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, and I said that earlier in the show. Detroit's rushing 3 guys, and Jalen Hurts has all day in the pocket, and he just he thinks he's under pressure getting rushed by 5 guys, getting blitzed, and he's not getting blitzed. And if you rewatch that entire replay, there's a guy open downfield. And this is what I mean. Right? Like, I don't know if it's Jalen not going through his progressions, getting nervous back there. I don't know what it is, right? I really don't know what it is. But Jalen definitely did not play his best game. Didn't play his best game last week. Didn't play his best game tonight. And this offense, again, it's just downward spiral.
Yeah. I've just got one more thing.
Yep.
I got a question for you.
Yep.
What offense would you rather watch? This year's Eagles offense or the Phillies the last 2 years in the playoffs?
Oh, my God. That's a tough question. That's a tough question. Alex, thank you for the phone call. Would I rather see the Eagles offense this year or the Phillies postseason offense? I don't know, man. That Phillies postseason offense is brutal. Just brutal. Oh, it's so big. 215-839-8246. That's the number to get in. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Free to do so. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit share, leave a comment. Let's get people, let's get more subscribers. Let's get the content rolling. I think a lot of people feel the exact same way. You got a big play out of your offense, wasn't good, wasn't productive. They had so many opportunities early in the game to put the Lions away. Just flat out put them away. Every opportunity to put them away. I mean, that first drive, they had opportunity to score a touchdown. Then the first drive of for the Lions, they had the interception by DeJean, and you're deep in Lions territory. Again, every opportunity to put the game away. Every opportunity go up 14 points. 14 points early. And I saw one good drive. I saw actually just one good drive that the Eagles were able to put together. And that was the Saquon Barkley touchdown that then got called back. And then it was a Jalen Hurts push touch. That was the only good drive. A good mix of passes, good mix of running the football, and just all around right play calls, right execution. I saw flat out one good drive all night. And I mean, they still won, man. They still won. And that to me is one of the more embarrassing things. Because I had a lot of people in my DMs, a lot of people in my comment section saying, oh, I'm nervous about this Lions game. And trust me, I mean, I was nervous for this game. But what I've come to notice about this Eagles team is that no matter what predicament they're in, no matter what the situation is, they are just going to win. No matter how bad their offense is, no matter how bad no matter how bad anything is, their locker room, A.J. Brown, Jalen, Patullo, no matter how bad all of that is, the Eagles have always consistently proved to me, no matter what, they are going to win a game. They're going to do it. They're somehow going to do it. And that was a prime example tonight. Bailed out by another great performance out of your defense. Jalen and the offense does just enough. Just enough. Really, Jake Elliott should get an MVP award tonight. Jake Elliott should get an unsung hero. You know what I mean? My two stars of the night, though. Honestly, I'd have to put Jake Elliott because that wind was blowing like an MF tonight. Absolutely ridiculous weather out there with the wind, and Jake Elliott looked great. And another one, I think Jordan Davis. Another great game out of him. He's been putting in the work, and I'm more willing now to give Jordan Davis that extension because I think he deserves it. I think he's been playing some very good football. But it's just the same thing every week, man. Same thing every week. Pathetic offense. Jalen Hurts looks horrible. Kevin Patullo is an absolute disaster. Your defense bails you out. I mean, in the notes here, defense masterclass. They were literally basically perfect. The defense tonight was basically perfect. They gave up 6 points? And they played great. And that's exactly where I'm at. Played a great game. And your offense, I have no faith in the offense whatsoever to win you a game. So they let up 9 points tonight. All field goals. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? They're basically perfect. Absolutely, basically perfect. What's going on, man? State your name and where you're from.
Hello, man. This is Luke from South Jersey, but I'm calling out of Pennsylvania.
Well, it's good.
Wanted to ask a question. With what you have seen right now from this Eagles team, including defense, offense, where do you see this going towards the end of the year? What's your prediction? You had to just guess right
now. They're definitely. I mean, they're definitely a postseason team. Let's not get that twisted. They're going to go deep in the postseason because that's just how the Eagles are. Or they're a postseason team. They're going to go deep in the postseason. But the way they're playing right now, I don't know if they can win a shootout. Right, when you get into the postseason, you're going to face the Baker Mayfields that are going to do shootout. You're going to have to face the Staffords of the world that are going to light you up. You know, you're going to have to face all these teams, and you're going to have to most likely, if you get to the Super Bowl, face you're going to have to face Mahomes again, which whatever. But that's where it's at, man. Like, I have faith in this defense, but defense has one bad game. I have no faith in the offense to pull it out. I have not a single ounce of faith this offense is going to figure it out. A.J. Brown complains too much, and when he complains, we try to spoon-feed the ball to him. Offense looks putrid. Saquon Barkley is not half the runner that he was last year. Jalen Hurts has been putrid for most of the season. Kevin Petula was an absolute disastrous hire and has been definitely putrid the last 2 weeks. Offensive line has gotten somewhat better tonight. They weren't that great. Lane Johnson out of the game. And tonight, I mean, we could talk as much as we want about tonight, but tonight's main problem was just too many drop passes, man. I don't know what it was, and I don't know. I don't know how far they're going to go because this offense, it's not pretty, man. They're not a pretty offense.
What do you think about just the future with AJ right now, like from this season on, and then I don't know how do we get that back to where it was, man? Because I feel like that's big issue right now with the team. I feel like
I think he's going after this year. I mean, I really do. I look at this and I say, well, he's a great player by all means. He's a wonderful player. He's one of the best in the league. But I'm at the point where I think he's going after this year. I mean, you didn't trade him at the trade deadline, and it is what it is. But he's a cancer to your team. He posts drama and posts inside, like beef that's supposed to be kept inside. He brings it outside. He brings it to the media. He allows people like me to talk about it all day. That's not cool. That's not a teammate. That's not supposed to be a captain and a leader. I think he's done an absolute disastrous job. And when he complains too much, the offense has to try and spoon feed him the ball so he doesn't cry. And the offense, like tonight, they tried to spoon feed. He had like 8 targets in the first quarter. There's something like that, some ridiculous number, and he dropped a lot of passes tonight, and it just didn't look good. Like when the offense has to directly run through A.J. Brown, the offense doesn't look good. When Jalen Hurts has the opportunity to sprinkle the ball around to Goddard, to A.J., to Devontae, it looks good. But when you have to directly spoon feed the ball to A.J. Brown, it's just an absolute shit show. It doesn't look good. And I think that there's a chance he's really traded this offseason because I don't know how much longer you can go with just a diva and just all-around cancer.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's all I got for
Yeah, and I appreciate the phone call, pal. Yeah. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you. 215-839-8246. That's the number to get in. Again, just annoying. Just annoying. And again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm not happy that the Eagles won and the Eagles, I don't want it to seem, because to me, that's not what this is about, right? Like, you're winning a big-time game in the postseason, not postseason, but a big-time game that felt like a postseason game, that's big. But I think when you have to play, you look at your schedule coming up, Buffalo next week, the Cowboys, then the Bears. And then at this point in the season, I'm starting to look at the postseason. I don't know how deep you can go in the postseason with offense that just can't consistently put up over 20 points, can't pass the ball consistently, can't run the ball consistently, can't do anything right consistently. It's annoying. It's annoying, man. Let's go to Luca in South Jersey. What's going on, Luca?
How you doing, man? Legendary defensive performance tonight. One of the best I've seen.
Yep.
And just the offense just continues to disappoint on all levels. There's not one part of this offense that makes me confident going into the playoffs.
No, I agree with you. I've been saying that all night. I've been saying, look, your defense has played outstanding. They've gotten consistently better throughout the entire season. Your defensive line's done a great job getting increasingly better throughout the entire season. But every part of your team is bound for a bad game. They're bound for a bad game. And I'm not cursing them. I'm not doing any of that. But I'm just saying.
Look what happened against the Giants.
Right. No, but what I'm saying, I'm saying they're due coming up for a game where they're not their best. And there's not a bone in my body that says, well, if the defense gives up 20 points or 27, somewhere around there, I actually trust this offense. I don't trust them one bit. Not a bone in my body to trust them. I don't trust Jalen Hurts to do his job. And I haven't even attacked Jalen Hurts at all this season. And he's been putrid. Kevin Petula has been putrid. And come postseason time, where a lot of times you got to go shot for shot, you have to do it. You got to go shot for shot with Mayfield, with the Mahomeses, with the Staffords. That's who you got to go up against. I don't trust this offense one bit to do that.
Well, we might see this team again. Just letting you know. There's a good chance whether we go there or they come here, and Chicago in a few weeks is coming into town. They're playing hot.
No, they're
not
good.
Not that they're the best team, but they're gonna come give us a run. And the way our offense is playing, God, I think anybody can beat us.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. And the way I started today's show was that this was a postseason game. This felt like a postseason game. This kind of felt like a measuring stick. Like last week and this week kind of felt like a measuring stick. And that's why it kind of embarrasses me so much. Like we're defending champs. We're supposed to be so good. This offense is supposed to be a firepower. These are two, postseason games where you could face either of them in a postseason NFC championship game, and you look putrid in back-to-back games. And your defense won you games, which is wonderful. But when's the offense going to step up, man? When is your offense going to step up? And that is what worries me the most. Yeah, I mean, that's what worries me the most, man. Like, we could talk all we want about how perfect and great this defense was, because they really were. And last week they were too. But again, it's like I have not an ounce of faith in an offense that can put up 20-plus points in a game and go shot for shot in the postseason. Luke, you got
I think we should also look at the positive. Yeah, I think we should one more thing. I think we should look at the positives of this game. Jalen Phillips, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Hell of a pickup. Nakobe Dean just flying around the field. Guys like Carter, guys like Jordan Davis stepping up.
Yeah.
Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Adoree Jackson with a couple nice plays. It was great to see this defense really gel together as a unit and quite playing at a championship level.
No, I agree with you. Luca, thank you for the phone call. I said that. I said, Jalen Phillips was great. Jordan Davis, another great game out of him. Nakobe Dean is stud. Right? Like all these pieces, and your defense has just been outstanding. They've done a great job. But, and there's not much to say when it comes to a defense that's playing this well, because they're just going to kill you. They are going to clock you right in the mouth and not give two shits. That's this team. That's the way that they play football, and it's great to see. But I'm at the point where I'm annoyed. I'm bothered. I had no faith in the offense to win. And that's where I'm at, man. That is where I'm at. But thank you guys all for tuning in to the Eagles post-game show here on Broad Street Sports, your home for the best Philly sports talk every single day and unfiltered. Another weird win, another annoying win, another embarrassing win. We escaped the link with a win. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We'll see what we can do against the Cowboys. We'll see what kind of A.J. Brown drama we have coming up this week that we could talk about. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Goes a long way. Make sure you guys, when you guys hit that like button and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys know when I go live, because this is best Philly sports talk in the city here on Broad Street Sports. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you all very, very soon. Has been absolutely insane. I'm ready to run through a wall.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe some.
This team is destined